So I decided to do a video on the cargo fly and the kind of the pros and cons of the cargo fly. I get a lot of renters and people want to buy my used rafts that ask questions about it. So here's kind of my pros and cons. So it is a game changer in terms of carrying stuff. So basically how it works is you open that zipper, put your stuff inside, close the zipper, and reinflate the raft, and then whatever you put inside those tubes should stay dry. To keep it from falling around in there and kind of throwing off your balance, there's often a clip inside here that'll clip to a internal dry bag, and you can clip it inside there so it doesn't fall around, one on each side. So the pros, in my opinion, is obviously keeping your stuff dry. You can also really up the amount of cargo you can carry and still have a maneuverable raft, whether that's weight or size. You can carry longer, bulky items, or really heavy items. This is a great one for hunters, or bike packers who want their bike on the front and then some weight in the back to counterbalance that more. So yeah, it's awesome for that. It is totally a game changer. And then also it lowers your center of gravity. So if you're running a lot of whitewater, it makes it harder to tip if there's stuff in the tubes. So those are kind of the pros. The cons is maintenance, and then kind of just general wear and tear over time. So it's not going to last forever like the rest of your boat. So the thing I see first often is you'll have tiny leaks right around this dock here, and they're really not too big of a deal. Like I typically won't replace those. I'll just put some aqua seal on there and just kind of watch it, and if it gets oxidized under there, I'll pull up the aqua seal and do it again, because it's not that big of a deal. It's not gonna cause an accident or anything like that. But yeah, this is kind of where you'll see a leak first, or often. The part that gets where you need to replace it, and usually you can get by on a trip or something like that by putting more aqua seal, but when there gets to be a lot of holes along here, that's when you know you're gonna have to replace it soon. And that happens because of bacteria, especially in warmer water. When this isn't dried after use, the bacteria will get in there and just eat little tiny holes. It'll actually be kind of hard to tell until you leave it for a few hours, but that's where it'll happen there. And then sometimes you can get some stuff on the end here too. But as long as you maintain it, and there's other videos on that, it should last a while. But sand is really hard on it. It's hard to keep a seal in the field, and then if you leave that sand in there over time, it's really going to ruin your teeth. The other thing that is going to force you to replace it is when the teeth wear out. And basically, you'll know that they are, if you lube it really well and it doesn't slide or it skips, causing kind of a break in the line there or something like that. And once it gets to that point, if you can't zip it up consistently, yeah, you're probably gonna have to replace it. So those are kind of the downsides.